Because who cares what they think? It's your ass. You want to be happy about it. Hey guys, this is Katya, the vegan powerlifter, and today we are talking about how to get rid of the little muffin top or the side fat, or the Russians call them the gallifet pants on your butt. The reason why we're talking about that is because one of my former clients just messaged me and claimed she has gained a little bit of weight and she has a new goal and she needs to get rid of those ears on the hips, as she calls them. I have just posted a video and a post in my Telegram channel in Russian about forming goals, and this is the response to that. She says, I have finally formed a new goal. Before, I was just trying to endlessly lose weight, and now I know that it needs to be more concrete. Thanks to you. You're welcome. Number one, my goal is to correct my figure and to lift my glutes up and to get rid of the ears on the hips, or the gallifet pants as they call them in Russia. Number two, I want to do this by spring 2026. Number three, I want a new tattoo on my hips, and I do not want the tattoo master to see the way that my hips look now. I don't think the tattoo master really cares. He has seen everything in this life, or everyone. You should probably worry about the way you see yourself in the mirror, the way that makes you feel, or maybe your loved ones, even though I don't think anybody else's opinion should affect your opinion of yourself, but that's just me. Number four, I'm ashamed in front of my children that I cannot keep my word on getting the look that I keep saying I want. Okay, let's get into this. So first, I just want to say that the majority of the women are not happy with their body. The majority of the women have seen enough TV shows, they have read enough magazines, they have found enough pictures where there's like a little red circle around a certain celebrity's hips showing cellulite, you know, or there's fashion shows where everybody is just skinny out of their mind. And of course, the beauty pageants. Why are there no male beauty pageants? Why doesn't anybody come to a dude with like a tape measure and measure their chest and waist and hips and thighs and dicks and be like, oh, this is not the beauty standard. Maybe you need to go for, I don't know, a dick extension procedure, or get some chest implants, get some calf implants. This is not a beauty standard. I mean, I know the perceived beauty standards from social media, they start penetrating the male audience as well, and that sucks. Welcome to our lives. We have been under this for generations and thousands of years. So yeah, anyways, we should just get rid of the beauty standards whatsoever. There are no standards. And why don't they include height? Like the 90 centimeter standard that is really popular in like the Eastern European countries. That doesn't include height. How does that make sense? Okay, anyways, the majority of the women want to change their body. They want to lose weight. They want for the weight to be lower and lower every day that they step on the scale. So it's really great that my former client has noticed. She needs to stop endlessly losing weight and put like an end to this. She needs to have a concrete goal and then just kind of maintain it. That's great. That's awesome. I would say if you want to put your goal into some concrete terms, it should not be in terms of losing and getting rid of. It should be in terms of gaining and obtaining. So hear me out. I don't mean gaining weight. If you want to lose weight, I don't mean gain more weight. I mean gain skills, gain knowledge, gain self-love, gain muscle. Gaining muscle does not mean gaining weight necessarily, because you can achieve body recomposition. You can gain muscle and lose body fat. So if you want to narrow your waist, you can only do this surgically. You can only go under liposuction procedure and remove spot reduce fat in that zone. Or like a lot of the women message me, they say like the arm fat and like the hips, and they want to put implants to fill the hip dips. Oh boy. Yeah, sure. You can undergo plastic surgery. If you're impatient, if you don't want to work out, or for any other reason, if you just want to, that's fine. But isn't it a lot more enjoyable when you have worked hard towards that goal, towards recomposing your body, and you have achieved it? And you not only do you get dopamine and endorphins from working out, and your bones get stronger, and you gain skeletal muscle, and you live longer from that, and you find new friends at the gym, but it is just so much more rewarding. Health is not something you can buy. It's not something you can inherit. It's not something you can find on the street like a $100 bill. You can only work at it. So in my opinion, it is so much more empowering to just work at it and obtain it and gain some health. Okay, anyways, she says she wants to get rid of the ears on the hips. My response is that removing fat is only a surgical option. And sadly, when you lose weight, your body kind of gets rid of it equally everywhere, or unequally, depending on your genetics. For example, I'm an apple-shaped person. My body decides to get rid of the stomach fat last. My body decides to get rid of the fat around the oval of my face and around like the top of my body first. So I get these nice little bones sticking out, and everybody's like, Katya, you've lost so much weight. And I've only lost weight in the face, and I'm like fully dressed. And I'm like, no, I lost like a kilo. Anyways, in the beginning of pregnancy, that was the concern. I lost 3 kilos because everything smelled horrible, and I just wanted to throw up all the time. And I naturally did not want to eat as much. I ate enough protein. That's like the one thing that I focused on. And I took my vitamins. Outside of that, well, screw it. So I lost a little bit of weight, and mainly in the face. Everybody was terrified. So yeah, do not pay attention to losing the fat specifically in a certain point of your body from just calorie deficit, because you cannot control that. Your body controls that, your genetics. Look at your grandma, look at your grandpa, look at your mom. How do they look like? How did they look like when they were as old as you, and how did they age? How do they look like later? Where did they gain body fat? You will gain it in those exact same areas. You cannot really change that, but what you can change is where you gain muscle. Okay? You can pick. Want a larger waist? Do abs. Want a larger back? Do deadlifts. It's so simple. Want larger biceps? Train biceps. And that's also why I don't understand why so many people train abs to get a smaller waist. That is just not how it works. You get definition if you have a lower body fat percentage on your abs, but the majority of the people never get there. They never get to such a low body fat percentage that they can get abs definition from training abs. They say abs are made in the kitchen. It's kind of true. It comes through dieting. Of course, you need to have trained abs for them to be visible and shapely, but the majority of it, like 90% of the work, is low body fat. And for apple-shaped humans like myself, it is virtually impossible to see abs until I get so unhealthily skinny that I lose my period and my hormones go to shit. So, genetics, again. Also, gaining muscle in the areas like back and butt and legs and arms helps you look better even at the same body fat percentage. Your muscle shapes your body. It looks more defined. Even, for example, with my 84 centimeter waist, it looks like a waist. It looks not big because my back is huge and because my ass is huge. I'm going to calculate that in inches right now. 33-inch waist. Tell me if that's small or not. I have no idea. I was a size 8 to 10 before pregnancy. So I think that's like medium to large. It's extra large in Russia. Double extra large if I order from China. So, sizes are irrelevant. It's just how you look and how you feel. So anyways, my response to my former client was that changing her goal to something that she can control would be a very healthy decision. And it would help her to not get disappointed. For example, losing about 10 kilos of fat with a speed of half a kilo per week, so about 20 pounds roughly, and about about a pound a week of fat loss is probably a healthy goal, and that is something she can probably control through calorie deficit from diet and exercise. Losing fat in a certain point, not something she can control unless she wants to undergo liposuction, which I've had a former client who underwent liposuction. She started training with me, realized how much effort that was, and was like, screw it, I'll just do a liposuction. That was before Ozempic. A year and change later, she gained an insignificant amount of weight, I would say. It was like 10-ish pounds that she wanted a second liposuction. So that's a choice, but that's not like a finite solution to your spot reduction problems. And that has a lot of complications because it's a surgery. So, if you can achieve something like that just by going to the gym and eating a little bit less and going onto a meal plan that works for you, I think that's a better decision. By the way, I can help you design both of those things. I can help you design the workouts specifically for you and the meal plan that also fits your lifestyle. The coaching application to work with me will be in the description. Newsletter and a vegan powerlifter starter guide that focuses on body recomposition for beginner powerlifters or vegans who just want to join the strength training forces. That is also in the description. Regarding the rest of her goals listed here, such as I want a new tattoo and I don't want to be ashamed in front of the tattoo master and I don't want to be ashamed in front of my kids, I would just rewrite them in like some positive words, using words like respect instead of ashamed and proud of myself instead of ashamed. I find that it might be, this insignificant rhetoric of like The Secret Book and Tony Robbins and all of those folks who are like, think positively and your life will be positive. But I think it really affects your psyche if you only talk in terms of like, I don't want to feel sick, I don't want to feel ashamed, I don't want to feel fat, and start training your brain to accept that you can feel something else. How will it be for you if you feel proud? A lot of us have kind of snapped out of that like positive way of thinking. So writing your goals in the negative wording, I don't think it really helps. I think it only helps you feel ashamed for something else when you get to this goal successfully. Like feel ashamed that you didn't get there fast enough, or now feel ashamed that your skin is saggy, or whatever. I don't know. I always recommend finding some positive adjectives, and if you don't know of any, Google them. Like Google a list of positive adjectives, Google a list of positive feelings and emotions, and try to incorporate them in the way you write in your diary, in the way you write about your goals and about yourself and people around you, because I think it really matters. For example, feel great and proud of my amazing looking ass while getting a tattoo. First, that focuses on you feeling how you're feeling. Second, it just takes away the tattoo master out of the equation, because who cares what they think? It's your ass. You want to be happy about it. And it takes away being ashamed. So let me know if you think this is important at all. I wouldn't say it was important unless every other coaching application had something negative, so negative that a person wrote about their current body that I was like, damn, no. It's like they want to run away into a new body, but your body is only, like, you have one, It's your only vessel that you use to go through life. It's not like a car that you can, of course, take care of and love, but then sell and change and get rid of if you get sick of it. You only have one body. I'm also really happy that she didn't talk about herself in terms of like perfectionism. I just want to be the best version of myself. Again, those are like the Tony Robbins of our world, ways to talk about things, and probably enough magic pills and marketing tactics have been sold, have been used to sell us useless crap using rhetoric like that. Being the best version of yourself means you are never enough, ever. And I think that it's important to just marry the truth that you don't have to constantly strive for some kind of a perfection everywhere, especially in terms of your physique. Like, we all age and get feeble and die. So not to get morbid, but you can't just consistently get better and better at stuff. Eventually, that won't work. So how about being happy in your current physique, making sure your body is healthy and comfortable for you and is fun to be in? I think those things are so much more of a healthy approach to your physical shell that you exist within. And it takes away all of this pressure of like constant perfection that is forced upon us from social media. It is time to wrap the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want to support my work, again, you're welcome to get any of the free sources in the link in the description, or buy a program or apply for coaching to work with me. Write a comment and hit a like, and I will see you in another video. Bye.